Hello y'all, how you doing? It is Valerie here, and today's project is I'm going to plant some more pansies in that tray that I started my violas and my lisianthus in, and I'm going to start some Dichondra silver falls, and then if I'm able to muster up the energy, we're going to go outside and work on cleaning up my greenhouse a little bit. It's a semi-sunny, partly sunny, however you want to say it, day. And the weather is warm for this time of year. It's 48 degrees right now, and it's supposed to get up to the mid 50s. So I want to take advantage of that and get out there and get some straightening done if I can. So this is my tray, and I already got my lisianthus and my violas here. This time I pre-made my tags, so I don't need to do that. I have these pansied ruffle feathered mix and some Dichondra silver falls, and we're just going to continue in the cells where I left off with the violas. I think I'm going to do the Dichondra silver fall next. These seeds are pelleted. These are to be surface planted because they're tiny and they need light to germinate, at least according to the package. This cell here is, this last cell that I'm planting is a little dry, so I'm going to water it. And then put that little seedling in there. Just double checking the packet to make sure I didn't forget any seeds. Okay, once again, I'm going to take some vermiculite and top it off because it does let light pass through while helping the seeds stay moist since they're surface sown. You don't want them to dry out. But since they're surface sown, it's really easy for them to dry out. It's part of the reason we use a humidity dome. Once again, I'm putting the tag at the very last cell of Dichondra silver falls that I planted, so that way I know that the rest of this flat is available for planting. Okay, let's see about these. And these seeds are tiny. These seeds are tiny, but they are not pelleted. Just going to drop one in each cell. And I might have more seed than will fill up this tray. Or I might have more seed once this tray's full. So if I do, I will just probably mass sow these in another tray. By mass sowing, I mean I'll just fill up the tray, sprinkle it on top, and then just sprinkle the top of that with vermiculite. Did not expect there to be so many seeds in this pack, but there are. Sometimes it's really easy to forget where you put your last seed, because they can be hard to see, they're so small. Some of these I can tell you I've already accidentally dropped more than one seed in. Alright, I do have several of these seeds left, so those will go in another tray. I will probably do those a little bit later, but I didn't bring another vessel with me right now, so I'll have to do that here in a bit. But I'm going to go ahead and get my pansy marker and put it at where the pansies stop. So I know anything from between this tag and this tag are pansies. Then once again, I'm going to top it with some vermiculite. And I'm going to just wet down the whole tray. These will just go, I'll put the humidity dome back on, and these will just go back underneath my lights. I have this tray here that I'm going to put the rest of those pansies in. And this is a microgreens tray, but I really like them for seed starting. I get the ones that have this little dome that comes with it, because you can get it with or without the dome. But I'll just plant them in there, and once they start to get big enough, I will transplant them up into something with a little more depth to the soil. But it makes it really easy to bottom water. So you can just pour water into that bottom and let your plants absorb it, or let your soil absorb it from the bottom. I'm at a very awkward angle right now. There's a couple that's on the bottom of this package still. These are freshly watered, so I'm not going to spray them because they're not pelleted. So I'm just going to sprinkle some vermiculite, put my tag in, and put my lid on. Now I will take that and put it under my lights. So we're walking out to my greenhouse right now, and even though it's a mild day, I would say it's at least between 45 and 50 degrees right now. We still have a ton of snow on the ground, and because of where the sun hits this time of year, it takes it a little bit longer to melt in the places where there's no sun shining directly. If you look over there, even the places where the sun's hitting, there's still snow. A few days of this, or if some rain comes along, this will be melted. But in the meantime, we're going to go out here and start working on the greenhouse. I am not sure that I will get this completely finished today, but I at least want to get it started. Oh, goodness. Can you see that? There's just junk everywhere. And I at least want to get things sorted and straightened a little bit. And see, and kind of go from there. I think I'm going to just put on some music and get to work and see how far I can get.
Start with the soil, dark and warm. Turn it over, come early morn. Add a little compost, mix it slow. The richest things come from below. Plan your rows and map your line.
So here's the after shot. Like I said, I'm going to leave this trash bag. That'll eventually come out. And so will a lot of this other stuff. But this is the after for now. I know it doesn't really look like it, but I actually got a lot of stuff done, and that makes me happy. Let's see. I have everything in these piles ready to go once there's less snow on the ground, to just make it easier to put them where they belong. I'll just be able to pick it up and move it, because as it is, my shelves are full, and I would have no place to put plants if I left it like it is right now. I'm actually sweating. It's getting warm out here. I know it doesn't look like it because there's so much snow in the background, but it's spring-like outside right now as far as the temperature's concerned, and that sun's shining down. Maybe not directly on me right now, but it's shining down. I appreciate y'all so much for hanging out with me, and I know that this wasn't as thorough as a clean as maybe I would like to do, but at least I've got it straightened, and whenever the time is right, it'll be so much easier to just pick things up and move them. I'm going to leave my trash bag in here for now, because I do feel like once I start moving stuff out and putting it where it belongs later on, when there's less snow, I'll probably come across some more trash, so I'll just leave that in here for now. I'm going to go inside and get some inside stuff done, so I'm going to shut my greenhouse up. I just wanted to say thank you so much for hanging out with me. I truly appreciate it. I will see you on the next one. Bye.